Thank you.
Oh, yeah. We don't all set up anymore.
I know, it's just wonderful to take care of. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Can you make sure that my picture is on my video? I'm done with it, yeah. I'm going back to the hours next week. Have you used the lights on? I can't wait.
We must have missed the invitation.
Hello, everybody. You're entering.
Why did you change this?
How'd you get here, Jeff?
He's a hater.
How'd you get here?
Uber.
You won't. You're not late now. No, you're right.
There's a meeting now.
Yeah, I'm sure you're taking it down. You're not eating?
Danny, afterwards. Danny, have you ever been to the Outdoor Island Creek adventure?
Oh, yeah, it's awesome.
So you were just kidding?
Oh, $65.
Well, because Boston's way further. You know that. Yeah.
Hey, can you guys keep the noise down? We're trying to sleep in here.
Out there? Oh, this is, oh,
On these days. Chris has a beautiful statue that he's trying to get.
in Boston?
Yeah, at the convention center.
Well, my
Hi, Adam Sperling.
Mr. Levine, Brother Levine, how are you, my friend?
Good. Did you two miss the invitation to join them for lunch?
I did. And in fact, I'm very hungry. Starving.
Wow. We could have had Whoppers at the Lennox. Who would have known?
Yeah, Robert.
Right here.
Dan, thanks for the lobster rolls.
Great. You guys, don't forget your fillets are at the.
Yeah, we decided we had to go first to make sure we could do this before we go live later on. Realize for our.
We can hear you.
No, we said that on purpose.
We're here.
Next month.
Adam, how's everything at Hotel Commonwealth, my friend?
We're hanging tough, Bob. We're hanging tough.
Oh, shit.
The fellow colleagues everywhere.
In a minute.
Oh yeah, they gotta make another pastrami sandwich over there. Hi, Anna Garrity.
Hi, Bob. How are you?
I'm
Anna
amazing.
Garrity.
Look at you
Wow.
walking around.
Adam.
Look at you
How are
walking
you?
around your mansion.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I wanted to get in better light for y'all. Adam, it's great to see your face.
Good to see you. Looking forward to catching up soon.
Me too.
Anna, where are you?
Like Bob said, I'm in my mansion, Dan.
Where's Will? Let's see a picture. Oh, thank you so much.
Casa de Garrity.
That's correct. I won't bore you all with photos right now, but I'm sure there'll be more to come next month when we're in person.
Are we going to be in person really next month? Is that what they're doing? They're beta testing?
Yes, we are beta testing. I like that.
Don't do, yeah, beautiful, very beautiful hotel.
Dan, make sure you don't drip any mayonnaise on your beautiful sport coat.
Joe bought it for my birthday.
At least I can do. Oh, right here, the toes? Yeah.
I was trying to get out of your roof, you wouldn't let me.
Thank you.
Paul Schwartz, are you putting passengers in that middle seat now there, buddy?
Hey,
Uh-oh.
Bob, good to see you. We are not putting anyone in the middle seat. No, we are putting people in the middle seat.
Of course you are.
It's back to normal, Bob.
That's good.
On all front, we're starting to see a lot of bookings for the summer, and corporate customers are probably right behind it.
Yeah, I just saw on the news that Las Vegas is opening up 100% in June.
Yeah, I mean, that's great signs. These green sprouts, as they say, are popping up everywhere. We're optimistic, really optimistic.
And as Elizabeth Carey would tell you, my favorite fisherwoman, Gloucester is open 100% all year round.
Thank you, Bob, for the shout out. Thank you.
Plane's up, Paul. I want to get my pension check next.
Hey, is that Dennis Graham? They let you out of New Hampshire?
Second time I crossed the border.
You had to whip out a quarter for your ID?
I have to show my ID. Right at the border. I'm 93.
Well, I'm so glad we had this time together. Nice to see you all. Have a nice day.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Angela.
Hi, Damaris.
Hi.
So good to see your face.
Good to see you. Good day, everyone.
Great day. What's up with the tunes?
I think we should probably call the meeting to order and say hello to everybody. Good afternoon and welcome to the April Skål Boston meeting. We're seeing the board live from the Lennox Hotel. Thank you for Dan Donahue for hosting us. We have some exciting news about future meetings, and Dan was nice enough to say it was time for us to meet in person. So the board decided that we would try it out first, and we are here. We had a very successful board meeting, and now it's time for all of us to stand and do the Skål toast. Dan, you're our host. It's all yours.
Really? We have to stand?
The fellow Skål everywhere.
The fellow Skål everywhere.
Happiness.
Happiness.
Friendship.
Friendship.
Long life.
Good health.
Good health.
Good health.
Skål. Not necessarily in that order.
Cheers, everybody.
So the next Skål meeting lunch is going to be at the Raffle Hotel. Is that what I heard?
Sure.
I don't have a lot of updates for everyone, but the one most important update that we'll get into it a little bit later when fellow Skål Chris Berry gives us an update. But we will be meeting in person for the month of May with a limited number of attendees. 55 people will be able to register with no guests to go to our first, 45 people, because we have a limit of 60 people right now with the Boston guidelines. And we want to make sure that the board is there, so we are opening it up to 45 of our members to be able to be in person on Thursday, May 20th at 12 noon. So watch for the invitation to come out. And we're just very excited that we're able to do this. It's been way too long We haven't met in person since February of 2020. So thank you to Trish and the Yotel staff for being able to accommodate us in May. Just as a reminder, I have set it out before, but I want to make sure everyone knows that there are no longer any physical membership cards to Skål. If you want to have your membership cards, you need to go on Skål International and download that to be able to receive the benefits. So if anyone has any questions about that, please let one of the board members know and we'll help you with that. To that same note, we still have some of our members that haven't updated all of their information. So Carrie Campbell, our membership chair, has offered to go ahead, and when we are meeting live and in person, we will have an area at registration to be able to help all of you that have some issues. And believe us, all of us have had issues, so do not be embarrassed. It's not the easiest process to go through. So we'll hopefully get everybody up to date with Skål International. And with that, I really don't have anything else, so I'm going to turn it over to Carrie.
Yes, I would like to, Madam President, introduce our guest today, Scott Shelton. Welcome, Scott. He is with Hampton by Hilton in Bar Harbor, Maine.
Scott, are you there?
Thanks so much. Yes.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about you? Because we haven't met you, and it's hard to do it when we're not in person.
Sure, absolutely. I just recently learned about Skål and a little bit north of Boston, obviously up in Acadia National Park here. We are the only seasonal Hilton property in North America, which sort of brings us some unique challenges up here. I've been the general manager for 5 years now. We're in the top 10% of the Hilton brand, both in terms of revenue and in terms of customer satisfaction, and sort of lead the way with a bunch of different brand things that they do. We travel all over the country recruiting, trying to bring the best team possible up here, and kind of hoping, like you're saying, getting back to normal. You know, if we can this summer, we're going to be opening the doors next week, and so far are on track for 2019 numbers. So pretty excited about that. So, and just, you know, trying to expand my network a little bit, I suppose, and see what other folks are doing in other parts of the hospitality business, and learning where I can and contributing where I can along the way.
Well, that is absolutely fabulous to hear, and we will welcome you as a member to our club. We always meet the third Thursday of every month, normally at noon, but there are some times throughout the year that we meet in the evening or for a cocktail party or whatever. So stay tuned for that. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Fellows Valley and our treasurer, Alfred Aponte, who's going to introduce our guest presenter today.
Thank you, President. Gives me great pleasure to introduce her for a second time. My good friend Damaris Messina with YA Concierge. I've known her for more than 10 years. And we got together to put something very special for you guys. So I hope you enjoy it. So without further ado, Damaris, you want to say some words?
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for having me again. We are just thrilled to be part of Skål and provide some much needed peace of mind and quietness in this environment. So I thank you for the opportunity. My name is Damaris Messina. I am the founder of YA Concierge, a virtual concierge connecting individuals with professionals like Angela today, who is going to be sharing with you some much needed relaxation for the mind, for the body, and for the soul. Angela Vieira is the founder of the Barre Yoga Experience. She is in the birth right now of opening her second studio. She is a light, she's full of energy, and I'm just thrilled that she'll be able to help you kind of ease your mind today with some breath work and relaxation and meditation. So I'd like to introduce everybody to Angela Vieira, who's going to be able to share with you some of her energy today. So thank you again for having me. Enjoy, everyone. Angela, take it away.
Thanks, Damaris. Hi, everyone. So like Damaris said, my name is Angela, and today I'm going to lead you through a little bit of mindfulness, a little bit of calming your body, calming your mind type of thing. As you guys probably are feeling, stress is, it's there, right? We all have it somewhere in us. Some of us hold on to it in different ways, in different places. So I'm going to give you tools today to kind of handle that stress, and also kind of just like uplift you a little bit. You know, around 1-2 p.m. we all kind of hit that wall. We get a little bit tired. We need the cup of coffee. I'm going to give you a couple other techniques other than grabbing a cup of coffee to rejuvenate you. So for those of you that are at home, you're in a comfortable space, hopefully, and can you hear me okay?
Full house. Feels almost like a full house. It's real.
All right, sorry. Mute everyone. Is that okay? Can we do that? Let's see. All right. All right, can you all hear me? Can you just give me a little thumbs up?
We can hear you.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay. So those of you that are at home, I do want you to get comfortable. You can take a seat either on a chair or on the floor. And those of you that are in a group, you can just stay right on your chair if that is comfortable for you. So we're going to start in a comfortable seat. If you have a pillow at home, I suggest sitting on it on the floor, or just again staying in your chair. And also, if you are one to use essential oils, Damaris had sent out some recommended oils for you guys depending on what mood you're in today and what you're feeling like your body needs. So I'm going to play some music for you, and once you sit in your comfortable position, I want you to just close your eyes. Now, the hardest thing about just finding a comfortable seat and beginning the process of meditation is to just find stillness in the body. So that stillness is what we're going for. It's what we're aiming for. So to do this, I want you to take your palms and rest them down on your thighs, either palms facing up or palms facing down. So meditation is something that takes practice. It's not something that just comes the first time you try it, at least for most of us. So I encourage you, if today is a little bit challenging at the beginning of this class, to just keep practicing. Maybe you start with 3 minutes of meditation and then move up to 4, move up to 5, and gradually increase until you find that the time doesn't matter. So I'll walk you through a simple meditation today, beginning with your eyes closed. And I want you to just envision your breath. I don't want you to change it, just envision it. And then give your breath a color. So you choose whatever color first comes to mind. And as you breathe in through the nose, follow your breath. Follow it as it moves through the back of your throat and into your lungs. And then follow the breath on the way out. So again, just bringing that color so you can really trace the breath, but don't change the breath. So observing our breath is the first step in meditation. And following our breath can help calm the mind and calm the nervous system. Breath work is something that just happens in our body. It's the first thing we do when we're born, is take a breath. It's just innate, it's in us, and we often don't have to think about it. But once we bring our thoughts to the breath and slow down your inhales and your exhales, your nervous system begins to relax. So begin to slow down your breath, breathing in through the nose, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the tongue, and exhale through the nose. And I want you to repeat this 3 times at your own pace. Try to make your inhalations the same length as your exhalations. Still remembering that color of your breath, whatever it is that you envision, to follow and trace your breath in and out. And after your 3 breaths, you can bring your breath back to a normal rhythm. And the first breath practice, pranayama, is another word for breath that we use in yoga. We will do something called Ujjayi pranayama, which means breath of victory. And if you take a yoga class, this is very standard, and it's very rejuvenating for the body, relaxing for the body. It is a little bit interesting and funny, so I'm gonna walk you through it. So a lot of people say Darth Vader, you guys know, right? That's what that exhale is like. I don't like to use that, but if that helps you, you can use that. What I like to think is, on my exhale, I'm trying to fog up a mirror. So you've all probably tried to fog up a mirror or see your breath when you're outside. That breath comes from deep down in the belly, deep in the lungs. That warm, hot air breathing out. That's what we're going to do with Ujjayi pranayama. But instead of breathing out through the mouth, we're gonna let the air come through the nose. So we'll try that 3 times together. And you can keep your eyes closed here. So breathe in through your nose. Now on your exhale, find that breath deep in your belly and exhale through the back of the throat. Let the air come through the nose. And you're gonna hear a little bit of a whisper in the back of your throat as the air comes out. And if you're in a group, you likely will hear the person's breath next to you. And if you can, that means you're doing it right. So again, just breathing 3 times, your own pace. Again, this is called Ujjayi pranayama. And after those 3 breaths, you can gently flutter your eyes open. So that was the most basic breath work that we're going to do today. We have 2 more in store, and then we're going to move our bodies a little bit. So the breath work's going to get a little bit more complicated as we go. So if you have any questions, you can just chime in or type in the chat, and I'm happy to help. So the next one that we're going to do is called Nadi Shodhana. So it's a little bit interesting, and it's a little awkward at the beginning, but I promise you, I'm gonna teach it to you and you're gonna end up loving it, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna breathe through one nostril at a time, and we're gonna alternate. So basically, what this is going to do is going to bring balance into your body. It's also very rejuvenating, and it is supposed to clear your sinuses. So if you feel a little stuffed up, or if any allergies are bothering you today, this will help. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna take your right hand, okay? And you're just gonna place your left hand right down on your thigh. And take the hand up, and just as if you were going to block your nose, but you're gonna take it with your thumb and your pinky and ring finger, okay? take them to each side of your face, and then your pointed finger and middle finger come right to the middle of your forehead. So I just have to say that if you are in a group because of COVID, I do recommend that you sanitize your hands before touching your face, okay? So we'll take the pinky fingers and the thumbs on the nostrils and just press them there for a second so that you can make sure you have the right setup. And now let go and just take a deep breath in through the nose. And if it's more comfortable for you to close your eyes as you do this, I recommend you do that. And then on your exhale, keep the hands right where they are. Just acknowledge the breath. Now what we'll do is we'll block the right nostril and we'll breathe in just through the left. Keep the right nostril blocked and exhale through that same side, okay? Now breathe in through the left, exhale through the left. Breathe in through the left. Now you block the left and exhale through the right. Now inhale through your right nostril, block the right nostril and exhale through the left. Inhale through the left, block the left, exhale through the right. So you've got the pattern. You're breathing out and in the same nostril, and then you block it and come to the other side. Now I want you to do this on your own for 3 rounds. Again, keeping your eyes closed, just staying in tune to your body, your breath, your mind. And after your 3rd breath, you can take your hands back down. And again, if you're in a group, maybe sanitize, or if you need to grab a tissue or anything, it does tend to clear out the sinuses. Now last breath, this breath is to get our body moving. So we're going to bring some heat into the belly. We're going to awaken our bodies a little bit and get ready for some movement. So this one is my personal favorite. And again, this breath work is a little weird. So if you're like, I'm not doing this, just give it a shot. Just have fun with it. This one is called Skål Shining Breath. It's called Kalabati breathing. So it's great to do first thing in the morning. It really wakes you up. If you feel tired and feel like you need that cup of coffee, this is a great breath to do. So I do not recommend this for anyone that is expecting. So I just have to say that if you are, you can just rest your hands down on your thighs and just breathe normally, doing the other breath that we have worked on. So Kalabati breathing. I want you all to take your hands to your belly. And I want you to breathe in. Feel your belly expand. And then on your breath out, feel your belly hug in. And feel that one more time. Big expansion as you breathe in. And then pull in as you exhale. Sorry, I'm still here. All right. Not sure what just happened. There we go. I'm sorry about that. So as you're breathing, feel the belly rise and release. Now this Kalabati, Skål Shining Breath, you take a deep breath in, And then it's a forceful exhale out. So that belly snaps in and you breathe out, creating heat in the belly. So I'm going to show it to you first. You can see kind of what to expect, and then you can join me, okay? So we'll start seated in a chair on the floor, and arms inhale up overhead. And again, you can just watch this time. Take a deep breath in, and then we exhale, emptying the belly. Now breathe in about 3/4 of the way, and low belly snaps in, air shoots out through the nose. I'm gonna show you a little closer. You can see my belly. And you can maybe hear my breath coming out. So it's, now the first time I did this, I could not do it long, and I had to do it slow. Now I can do it much quicker because I've been doing it a long time. So I encourage you to practice this every day and see the change in your body, the change in your breath. So we'll try it together, okay? We're gonna try to just do 10 rounds, and then we'll start moving, okay? But first, roll the shoulders down and back, sit up nice and tall. Lengthen through the crown of the head and ground through your seat. Arms reach up overhead. Hold the arms up. Take a deep breath in. Now exhale. One more big breath in. Now let's find that little snap of the belly. Breathe out through the nose. After you've done 10, you can stop and take a big breath in and release, hands down to your heart. All right. So we did quite a bit of breath work. Again, just to recap, that first one, Ujjayi Pranayama, that's great to do whenever you're feeling stressed, whenever you're getting ready to do a presentation or have something that's making you a little bit nervous. It really helps to calm the nervous system. If you feel like you need a little bit of balance in your body or to clear your sinuses, Nadi Shodhana is the second breath work we did. Now the third is if you feel like you need to be woken up a little bit, you need that cup of coffee. That is our Kalabati skull shining breath. So now we're gonna move into a little bit of movement in our bodies. Everything that we do here can be done either seated or standing. It can be done lying down too if that's what you'd like. I'm going to instruct it today seating, okay? The spine it's our highway, right, to all of the nerves and sensories in our body. Your spine, if you have a healthy spine, healthy body, that's what they say. So we're gonna do 6 different movements of the spine today. So what we're trying to encourage is lengthening through the spine, twisting through the spine. What we're trying to discourage is the vertebrae squishing together, right? So as we get older, that's what tends to happen. So we want to encourage youth in our spine. And if you do these every single day, it will help. It also is really great if you've been sitting all day in the same position. So we will start just with the hands like we've had, just resting down on the thighs. First thing we'll do is reach arms up overhead. Big breath in. Now take your right hand and reach over for your left wrist. So I'm mirroring you here, okay? Now keep your shoulders square to the front of, if you're on a yoga mat, towards the front of your mat, or if you're sitting in a chair, just keep them forward, okay? Gaze straight ahead. And now reach up, take a big inhale, lengthen up, and then on your exhale, breathe out and pull your left wrist over to the right. So what I want you to think about is your spine kind of just making a curve to the side. You'll feel a big stretch down your side body. That was great, David. Let me see, okay. So keep your arms reaching up. Breathe over to the side. Beautiful. Nice, Stephanie. Nice, Helen. Now take one more inhale, come up center. Let's just exhale, hands come down by your side. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So inhale, reach your arms up. Big breath. And now reach your left hand for your right wrist this time. Reach up towards the sky. Big breath in. Reach up, up, up. And then as you exhale, twist over to the other side. So again, if you could close your eyes and picture your spine, it would be making a curve to the side, right? I want you to try to stay here. Find a little bit of comfort in the discomfort. And just continue breathing. Beautiful. And see if you can take 2 more breaths here. And now come back up center and rest your hands back down to your thighs. So that was 2 of our 6 movements, side to side, okay? Now we're going to find a twist. What's really important with the twist is that you're twisting from the torso. I want you to think of almost like a corkscrew wrapping around your spine and turning that corkscrew, okay? It's not from the hips, it's from the torso, from the spine. And we're also going to work the neck a little bit here. So again, listen to your body with any of these. If you feel any discomfort, you can just come back or ease up a little bit, okay? So first thing we're going to do is take our left arm, reach it up towards the sky. And then take it to the outside of your right knee. Now maybe this is just where you stay. If you'd like a little bit more, right hand can just come right back behind you. Now start to shift your gaze over your right shoulder. And again, you can stay here if this feels good. If you want a little bit more, press the front palm into the outside of the knee. On your inhale, lengthen the spine, lift the crown of the head up towards the ceiling, and then as you exhale, twist a little bit deeper. You might feel some snap, crackle, pops. It's normal. And if you're doing this in a chair, it looks pretty similar, okay? Check your chin, see if you can align it over your back shoulder, your right shoulder. With each inhale, lengthen a little bit longer, and then exhale, twist a little bit deeper. So slowly come back center, and just let your arms come down by your side. So we always want to find our center before moving into the other side. So let's get ready to twist the other direction. First thing you do is take your right arm, reach it up, big breath in, and then exhale, hand comes to the outside of your left knee. Option to just stay here. It's a small twist, but it's effective. If you'd like more, you can take your gaze, take your chin right over your left shoulder and gaze back behind you. And for an even deeper twist, left hand can come behind. And you breathe into that twist. Now with every inhale, you lengthen, grow a little bit longer. And with every exhale, you twist a little bit deeper. Two more breaths here. And then come back center. So we finished 4 rounds of spinal movements. The last one is my personal favorite. And if you have done a yoga class before, you've probably heard of cat-cow. I'm going to show you a variation of cat-cow in a seated position today, but it's the same exact movement, just from a seat. We're still moving the spine in the directions that it needs to move here. So, hands come to your thighs. Think about a neutral spine from the crown of your head all the way down to your seat, your tailbone. Just the natural curvature of your spine. That's what I want you to think about to start. Sitting up nice and tall. And then on the inhale, your belly, your ribs come forward. You make almost a banana shape with your spine. So you press the heart forward and then arch the back, lifting the chin. So this is your inhale. And then on your exhale, use your hands to press into your thighs and round the spine. Tucking the chin, gazing at the belly button. And inhale to lift the chin, arch the back, and exhale, round. I'm going to show this to you standing in case you're standing up and want to participate as well. On your exhale, you round. So let's use the Ujjayi Pranayama that we learned at the beginning of class. And I want you to just move through this at your own pace, your own rhythm. And if you're a fan of cat-cow and you would like to do that, it's down on your hands and knees, same movement. We inhale to drop the belly, and then exhale to round the spine. Now on that rounding, key is pressing into the palms. Inhale to drop the belly, and exhale, press into the palms. Just 2 more rounds. Whatever position you're in, whatever position feels best in your body, I want you to take those 2 rounds now. Different positions to do each of these, whether you're standing, you're seated, or you're laying down, you can do the same thing. So think about doing these every morning when you wake up or when you feel like you need a little stretch after sitting after a long day. Speaking of sitting for a long day, hips tend to be one of the points that get really tight from sitting all day. And I'm going to show you just a simple stretch that you can do to open up the hips and release some tension from sitting all day. Now, for some of us, this might not be comfortable, and that's okay. It's something that we work towards. That's why it's called a practice, right? So I'm going to sit in my chair to show it to you. And very effective if you're doing this laying on your back as well, or even standing up. So if you'd like to stand up and try it, you can. I do recommend seated if it's your first time doing what we call a figure 4 stretch. So from your seat, you can just start by sitting up really tall, shoulders over the hips. And the first thing I want you to do is just take your right knee and lift it up towards the sky, lifting your foot off of the floor. Then you can take your hands right to your shin and just gently pull in. So obviously if you're standing, this is a little bit of a balance challenge. And then I want you to just start to make some circles, circling the knee out and then in. Now hold the knee center. And really important, you keep a flexed foot here. So that means pulling your toes up towards your knee. That's going to protect the knee joint as we externally rotate. So take the knee, just take it out to the side. And if this is where you stay today, that's great. If you want a little bit more, you can take your right foot and place it right up on the left thigh. So this might feel like an intense sensation in your right hip, especially the outer hip. If it feels intense, you can just stay here. If you want a little bit more, you can begin to lift your heel of your bottom foot. So your left foot, lift the heel so that the legs are elevated a little bit more. You'll feel a deeper stretch. And I want you to stay in this and just breathe. And if you're standing, it is the same thing, but bend your standing leg to really feel the stretch in your hip. Really important you keep a flexed foot to protect the knee joint here. Keep practicing the breath. Chest is lifted. One more breath in, and exhale, come out the same way you came in. We'll move to the other side. This is your last bit of movement here. So hug the knee up towards your chest, lifting the left foot off the floor. And you'll notice that your left side might feel a little bit different than your right. It's normal. We're not completely symmetrical. Now give yourself a circle. Circle the knee out. And then reverse. Circle the knee in. Now hold it center and take the left knee and just bring it out to the side, out to your left side a little bit. Flex your foot, so again, that's bringing your toes up towards your shin. And then place your left foot right on your right thigh. Sit up nice and tall, and maybe close your eyes here. Direct your breath to your left hip. And if you'd like a deeper stretch, you can try lifting the foot off the floor. And give yourself 2 breaths here. And after your second breath, you can take the feet back down to the floor and just rest. So since most of you are seated, I'm not going to have you come lay down on your back. We're just going to take our final pose in a seat. If you do want to lay down, if you're at home, you can come into what we call Shavasana. And Shavasana is laying down on the back with the palms open to the sky and the feet just opened up. Now, if you're seated and you've been seated for a while, I encourage you to take this standing up. If you're comfortable seated, it's okay, but I encourage you to stand up, just move the body a little bit. And take the palms, turn them away from you, and just close your eyes. So just like the beginning of class, see if you're fidgeting. See if you can find stillness. See if you can close your eyes and just focus on your breath. If you find that thoughts are coming into your mind, that's okay, it's normal. I want you to acknowledge them. Acknowledge the thoughts and then let them go. Again, meditation is a practice. It's something that takes time. It has so many benefits. And you can gently begin to flicker your eyes open. And we take our hands just together at heart center. And to end this class, I'm gonna have you all take a deep breath in with me. So arms reach big up overhead, big breath in. And then exhale, hands down to your heart. Thank you all so much for having an open mind and doing some of those breathing exercises and movement with me. I left about a minute or so in case you have any questions. I'm happy to help. And again, my name is Angela. I'm from the Barre Yoga Experience. So I usually teach a little bit more like insane, crazy classes like Damaris knows, but this is my love, it's my passion. So I'm happy to share it with all of you. Do you have any questions? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Angela.
Thank you, Damaris.
Thank you. Namaste.
Thank
you.
you.
Namaste. Bye.
Are good?
Okay, great.
What's your number for private lessons?
Thank you so much, Damaris, and it was just a lovely experience. We really appreciate it, and I learned some things, and my back certainly feels a lot better now than it did earlier in the program. So I would like to now just give you a few more. We talked briefly about having a May meeting in person, and we will do that. There will be raffles at the May meeting, so be prepared for that as well. But I'd like to turn it over to Trish Berry, the general manager and fellow scholar from the Yotel, who's going to be our host to give us a little brief preview of what we might be able to expect when we meet in person in May.
We are looking forward to hosting all of you at Yotel Boston on the roof deck. So weather permitting, we will all be outside at tables of 4 and 6. So all restaurants, social distancing and COVID protocols will be in place. But we are very excited to be hosting everybody for a lovely lunch. We are planning to do a bit of a reception as everybody arrives. We will be sending out a short video to the people that RSVP in advance, so we can make sure that everybody's prepared for our protocols at Yotel Boston. Again, there'll be 2 people per elevator. A mask are required unless you're dining or drinking. So those are just some of the basics, but we look forward to hosting you all on May 20th.
Great, thank you. Doing these Zooms for such a long time, I can't even imagine what it's going to be like to see everybody again. So I thank you very much, Trish, for offering to host us in May. To that point, this summer, we've had commitments from both islands. Well, we're looking at 3 different places, so the summer will probably be filled. I don't want to say who they are until we get them fully committed. And then the fall is their in September, Studio Austin will be hosting us. In October, the Moxie will be hosting us. And then in November, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do, well, feel like it's not my event. So after we talked about it, this is our plan.
So in November, the meeting will take place at Park Plaza in their main ballroom. We're working right now to narrow down what charity we'll be partnering with, but we're essentially doing a drive in combination with a luncheon or reception, what we decide to do. So more to come, and we'll keep you posted.
Can you say what both the Moxie and the STB also are going to give already to that?
So if depending on the charity, Moxie will basically be donating 500 backpacks to put together these care packages. And then Studio Austin will be donating 500, whether it's mittens or socks, whatever other items are required to put together these care packages. So more to come.
Great, and then it will be a challenge to all of the rest of us to figure out what else we can contribute to make this charity a success. And this is just a little bit a deviation from our normal meetings, but as we all know, our chapter or our club is really all about philanthropy and to be able to give back to whether it be a school or another organization in need. I think this is just a great thing that Efren and Park Plaza have come up with to be able to host us. December, the holiday party is still to be determined just based upon the gathering numbers that are going to be allowed in the city of Boston. The board is talking about some different options, and we will definitely let you know about that. In closing, I'd like to thank all of you for attending. I hope that your back is stretched. Mine certainly was. I realized my balance isn't as great as what it was when I was younger, and I need to do more of that. And I will be turning to my friend Carrie on the left, who also does yoga, and to help me do that better. So I just really want to thank everybody for the past year and doing these Zoom meetings. I know it hasn't been easy, and no, it's not what your membership dollars went for, but we're on our way back. So for those of you who want to get vaccinated, I hope you have and you are doing it. State and doing a great job and getting us all to the point where we can meet in person. And I just can't wait to see all of you in May. Again, thanks to Dan, Jonathan from the Lennox. Really our driving force saying that Skål Boston needed to be a leader in our industry to get us all back face to face, and volunteered to host us at the board today. And then Trish saying, yes, I will do it in May. And we're just excited that we're going to be able to see everyone very shortly in summer months. So thank you all for joining. If any of you would like to stay on to network, you know, we started to do this back in December. We will not end the meeting until everyone leaves. So thank you all. Have a great day. Happy Patriots Day. Happy, what's today?
Boston. One Boston.
Yeah.
One Boston.
One Boston Day. Let us not forget what happened 8 years ago today, especially right here on Wilson Street, and our hearts and prayers go out to all of those who were injured and for those people who lost their lives. So thank you again, Dan. Sure. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, guys.
See, second year's going to the telephone at 5 in the morning to Channel 5. Do you remember that?
Just make sure we are.